First contact and discovery. The sky darkened over New York City on an otherwise ordinary Tuesday morning. What started as strange atmospheric disturbances quickly became something far more alarming as an enormous shadow fell across the metropolis. Citizens stopped in their tracks, necks craned upward as a massive vessel materialized through the clouds. Its surface gleamed with an iridescent metallic sheen unlike any human-made material. Similar scenes unfolded simultaneously across the globe. London, Beijing, Moscow, Tokyo, and dozens of other major cities found themselves under the silent watch of these colossal ships. The vessels hovered motionless, making no aggressive moves yet casting an undeniable shadow of fear across humanity. In Washington, D.C., the National Security Council convened an emergency session. General Marcus Wallace pounded his fist against the Situation Room table. "We need to scramble jets immediately. This is clearly an invasion force." "And do what exactly, General?" countered Dr. Layla Chen, director of the Global Renaissance Initiative. "Fire missiles at ships that make our aircraft carriers look like bathtub toys. We have no idea what their capabilities are or what they want." The president nodded grimly. "Dr. Chen is right. We need information before we act. Layla, your team has been preparing for this possibility for years. What's your assessment?" Dr. Chen adjusted her glasses, maintaining a calm demeanor despite the extraordinary circumstances. These ships appeared simultaneously across the globe using technology far beyond our own. If they wanted to attack, they could have done so immediately. The fact that they're just waiting suggests they want something else. As governments worldwide debated appropriate responses, the aliens finally broke their silence. Every electronic device on Earth, from smartphones to military communication systems, simultaneously displayed the same message in all local languages. "People of Earth, we are the Valkyrie Confederation. We come with peaceful intent. We seek a resource your world possesses in abundance. We request a meeting with your global representatives to negotiate extraction rights." Within hours, the United Nations convened an unprecedented global summit. Dr. Chen was selected to lead the human delegation for first contact, along with diplomats and scientific experts from 12 nations. The meeting took place on neutral ground, a hastily constructed platform in the middle of Geneva's Lake Léman. The Valkyrie representatives descended from their vessel in a smaller craft that touched down with barely a whisper. 3 beings emerged, tall and slender with silvery blue skin that seemed to shimmer with inner light. Their movements were fluid and precise, their 4-fingered hands adorned with intricate metallic ornaments. "We welcome you to Earth," Dr. Chen began, maintaining remarkable composure despite the gravity of the moment. "I am Dr. Layla Chen, appointed spokesperson for the United Nations. We are curious about the resource you mentioned." The tallest Valkyrie stepped forward. Its voice resonated with an odd harmonic quality, like multiple tones speaking in perfect unison. "I am Sentinel Vexera of the Valkyrie Confederation. We detect vast quantities of quantum resonance energy within your planet's core, what we call nexus flow. This energy is essential to our civilization's continued existence. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Your world possesses more than any we have encountered." Dr. Chen exchanged glances with her colleagues. "We're not familiar with this energy you describe. Our scientists have never detected it. Your technology is primitive," Vexera stated matter-of-factly. "You cannot yet perceive the nexus flow that permeates your world. We have brought detection equipment to demonstrate." The alien activated a small device, and a holographic display materialized between them. It showed Earth with swirling currents of blue energy flowing beneath its surface, concentrating at various points around the globe. "Fascinating," muttered Dr. Raj Patel, Earth's leading quantum physicist. "If this is accurate, we're sitting on an energy source we never knew existed. How would you extract this energy?" Dr. Chen asked, already concerned about the implications. "We have developed efficient extraction methods," Vexera explained. "We would establish several collection points at these nexus concentrations, The hologram highlighted a dozen locations across the planet. The process would cause minimal disruption to your societies. Something in the alien's tone made Dr. Chen uneasy. And what would Earth receive in exchange for this resource? Advanced technology, medical knowledge, protection from hostile species in this sector. The Valkyrie are generous with our allies. The negotiations continued for days. While diplomats discussed terms, Earth's scientists worked feverishly to verify the aliens' claims. Using adapted versions of the Valkyrie's detection equipment, they confirmed the existence of the mysterious energy field, but discovered something the aliens had not revealed. In a secure underground facility, Dr. Chen reviewed the findings with growing alarm. The energy isn't just sitting in isolated pockets waiting to be harvested, she explained to world leaders over a secure video conference. It's interconnected throughout the entire planet. It's almost like a nervous system, completed Dr. Paddle. And there are indications it responds to stimuli. When the Valkyrie ships arrived, we detected subtle shifts in the energy patterns, like the planet itself was reacting. Meanwhile, the Valkyrie grew impatient with the protracted negotiations. Their ships repositioned over the identified nexus points, and without warning, they deployed massive drilling structures that began boring into Earth's surface. Alarms blared in monitoring stations worldwide. "They're forcing our hand," General Wallace reported. "Military response is now the only option." "Wait." Dr. Chen grabbed the general's arm. "Look at these readings." On the monitors, the energy patterns beneath the drilling sites were changing, intensifying in a way that defied explanation. The blue swirls were darkening to a deep indigo, concentrating and surging upward toward the invasion points. At the first drilling site in the Siberian wilderness, a Valkyrie extraction team reported unexpected resistance. Their equipment, designed to siphon the nexus flow smoothly, began to malfunction as the energy fought back against the intrusion. Similar reports flooded in from other sites. Vexera's voice cut through on an emergency broadcast to all Earth governments. "Cease your resistance immediately. Your primitive attempts to disrupt our extraction will only cause greater damage to your world." Dr. Chen looked at her colleagues in confusion. "We're not doing anything. This is happening naturally." On the monitors, they watched as the concentrated energy surged toward the surface at each drilling site. The Valkyrie machines began to glow with an intense blue light, overloading with power they couldn't control. The first explosion rocked the Siberian site, sending a massive shockwave that knocked the Valkyrie ship off its position. Similar eruptions followed at extraction points worldwide. The energy wasn't just resisting, it was actively repelling the invaders. "Earth is defending itself," Dr. Patel whispered in awe. "It's like an immune system response." In orbit, the Valkyrie command vessel transmitted urgent orders to all ships. "Hold position and prepare for a coordinated, forceful extraction." They would not be denied the resource they had traveled so far to obtain. But as Earth scientists watched the energy patterns evolve and respond, they began to understand something profound about their home world. This wasn't just an energy field, it was a planet-wide defense mechanism that had remained dormant until now. And humanity was about to learn how to wake it up completely. The counterattack and resolution. Dr. Layla Chen stood in the center of a hastily assembled war room beneath the Rocky Mountains. Surrounding her were scientists, military leaders, and government officials from nations that had been enemies just days earlier. Nothing unites humanity quite like a common threat. "The Valkyrie are regrouping," General Wallace reported, pointing to satellite feeds showing the alien vessels realigning in orbit. "They've abandoned the surgical approach and appear to be preparing for something more aggressive." Their initial attempt triggered a natural defense mechanism, Dr. Chen explained, gesturing to the holographic display showing the global energy patterns. "But now they're adapting their strategy. Our planet's automatic response won't be enough against a coordinated assault." Dr. Paddle rushed into the room, his face flushed with excitement. "I think we figured it out. The nexus flow. It responds to consciousness. More specifically, to collective intention. He pulled up data from their monitoring stations. When billions of humans felt fear simultaneously as the Valkyrie arrived, it created a ripple effect in the energy field. When they started drilling, that fear intensified into a collective defensive impulse, and the energy responded. "You're suggesting the planet's energy field is somehow psychoreactive?" asked the president, struggling with the concept. "Exactly," Dr. Patel nodded vigorously. "And if that's true, we might be able to consciously direct it." Within hours, a global broadcast was prepared. Dr. Chen faced the camera, her expression solemn but determined. "Citizens of Earth, we face an unprecedented threat, but we've discovered something extraordinary about our world. The energy the Valkyrie seek is connected to us, to every living being on this planet. It responds to our collective will. In 12 hours, the Valkyrie will attempt to forcibly extract this energy. When that moment comes, we're asking everyone, regardless of nationality, belief, or background, to focus on a single thought: protection. Visualize a barrier surrounding our planet. Imagine the energy rising up to defend us." Many were skeptical, but what alternative did they have? As the deadline approached, humanity united in an unprecedented global meditation. From crowded city squares to remote villages, people closed their eyes and focused their intention. In the command center, Dr. Chen and her team watched the energy readings with bated breath. The patterns began to shift, not chaotically as before, but with purpose. The swirling blue energy coalesced into more coherent structures, forming a lattice-like pattern throughout the planet's mantle. "It's working," Dr. Patel whispered. "The field is organizing itself." Above, the Valkyrie launched their assault. Massive energy beams stabbed downward from their ships, designed to crack open the planet's crust at strategic points. But as each beam struck, something unprecedented happened. The energy was absorbed, channeled through the newly formed lattice, and redirected. Sentinel Vexera watched in disbelief as the extracted energy was not only repelled but actively flowed back up their beams, overloading the Valkyrie extraction systems. Alarms blared throughout the command ship as circuits fried and systems failed. "Impossible," Vexera hissed. "They are primitives. They cannot possibly understand how to manipulate Nexus flow." On Earth, Dr. Chen realized they had an opportunity. If the energy responds to our collective consciousness, perhaps we can do more than just defend. A second global broadcast went out. This time, the message was different. Visualize the energy not just as a shield, but as tendrils reaching out to the Valkyrie ships. Imagine it flowing into their vessels, disabling their weapons, but leaving life support intact. As billions of minds focused on this new intention, the blue energy surged upward with even greater purpose. It enveloped the Valkyrie ships, penetrating their hulls and flowing through their systems. One by one, the alien vessels went dark, their weapons and propulsion disabled but life support systems carefully preserved. In desperation, Vexera opened communication with Dr. Chen. The once confident alien now appeared shaken. "What have you done? How have you weaponized the Nexus flow? Even our most advanced civilizations require massive machinery to manipulate it." Dr. Chen regarded the alien calmly. "We didn't weaponize anything. The energy you call Nexus flow is part of our world's living system, and we are part of it. Earth wasn't just randomly rich in this energy. It's generated by the symbiotic relationship between our planet and all life on it." Understanding dawned on Vexera's alien features, a planet-wide consciousness. "We've encountered theories of such phenomena, but never confirmation." A new respect entered the alien's voice. "We gravely misjudged your species and your world." With their ships disabled and their extraction plan thwarted, the Valkyrie had no choice but to negotiate sincerely. This time, the terms were different. Instead of taking the energy, they would establish research outposts to study how humans and Earth generated the Nexus flow naturally, a partnership rather than exploitation. As the immediate threats subsided, Dr. Chen stood at a window overlooking the Rocky Mountains. The knowledge that humanity had unlocked would forever change their place in the cosmos. Earth wasn't just another resource-rich world to be harvested. It was something unique, a planet with its own form of consciousness, intertwined with the billions of lives that called it home. "You know what's ironic?" Dr. Pagel said, joining her at the window. "We never would have discovered this connection without the Valkyrie's attempt to take it from us." Dr. Chen nodded. "Sometimes it takes an outside threat to reveal our true strength." She looked up at the stars, where the subdued Valkyrie ships now orbited peacefully. "And I think the galaxy just learned that Earth isn't the primitive backwater they thought we were." Word spread quickly through interstellar communications. The species that had synchronized with its planet to repel an advanced civilization without firing a single shot was not to be underestimated. Earth was no longer seen as just another world rich in resources. It was respected, even feared. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, not with superior technology or military might, but through the unique bond with their living world. And for the first time, the galaxy was paying attention.